Hey, I found a wood burner. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. What's that about? How does that work?
Slink wants to know.
Okay, so I found a wood burner, and never messed with a wood burner. So I thought I'd mess with this, and I have this piece of wood, and I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of sketched out a picture of a cat, and yeah, I'm gonna use the wood burner and see what happens. Ooh, my favorite TV show. It's kind of hard because I don't watch much just like regular TV, and I don't watch anything regularly at the moment, so I'm gonna have to say I was really into Game of Thrones, that or Handmaid's Tale, and since then I haven't really, you know, been that into anything. So I'd say Game of Thrones is pretty good. Or House of Dragon. Yeah, because the sequel situation. But like, I'm very much into just watching whatever's on. I'm into a good true crime situation too. So this wood burner is garbage, but you know, my favorite childhood toy. I think there's different ones at different times, but I remember one of the things that I had the most fun with. So the Talk Boy, it was like this recording device that Kevin McAllister had on Home Alone, and I had one of those, and me and my cousin had a lot of fun with that. So I would say that was like one of the top. And then of course like just Game Boys and things like that. So I am weird when it comes to shoes. I'm weird in general, but when it comes to shoes, I tend to just have one pair of shoes that I wear, and that be that. Right now I have a pair of hiking boots, a pair of boots, 2 pairs of Vans, a pair of Converse, and I think that's it. 5 pairs of shoes if you want. Not having responsibilities and being more willing to just do whatever, whenever. This thing is not working. It's kind of working. Okay. No, I barely leave my house now, so I mean, it's quite a trip, and I mean, I'd be happy just to see some pictures or something. There's nothing there. Like, I'm not gonna go to space, and like, I don't know. Pictures and videos good enough for me. I think it'd be pretty cool to be invisible. Both are pretty okay ideas. But if you were invisible, you could like go into places that you wouldn't normally go to and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. My worst injury. I've had some pretty rough issues with my back. But I would say like the worst, like not related to that injury, would be the time I dropped a cinder block on my toe and broke it in 2 places. And the nail came, it was bad. So the story with the cinder block, we had been having some raccoons getting into the trash. So I'd put a cinder block on top of the garbage can lid, and I went to take the garbage out, and I had like a couple of blocks on there, and I'd moved the block, and then I did something, and it literally fell from like 4 feet high straight onto my toe, and I had slides on at the time, and it completely just, it mangled my big toe. My brother was here, my cousin was here, and her daughter was here. And I like went back in the back hall, and I was completely freaking out. And it was more so because it looked gruesome than the pain. Like, it didn't really start hurting yet. And then it was on the foot that I have a tattoo on. And my grandma didn't know I had a tattoo, and she wanted to see my toe. And I go, I have to tell you something first. And so I had to tell her that I had a tattoo and show her and her see my mangled toe all at the same time. And all she said was, "How did you hide that from me?" I've done a lot of dumb things, but I'm not sure that there's anything that's specifically the dumbest. Like, I was a crazy kid, you know, did crazy things. Lived it up college-wise, you know. Not applied myself more in school, maybe. Well, I think, like, I was bored a lot with school, and I was just ready to be done, so, like, I could have actually, like, applied myself more. But I like to fly under the radar and just, you know, get through it. Because it's like, if people think you're smart, then there's expectations. So I just tried to avoid those. Traveling. Being away from home, like, you know, that kind of a thing. I haven't been anywhere for a really long time. And going anywhere freaks me out. Like, if I'm further away from home, then I could, like, drive in a couple hours. Kind of freaks me out. So I guess getting over that. And actually going some places, doing some things. My favorite TV show growing up. I really like Beavis and Butthead. I gotta admit it. That and Daria, like those MTV shows, those were it. So I'd say Beavis and Butthead. I'm a big fan of Sorry. I used to play Sorry all the time when I was younger. And, like, we'd go visit my great-grandparents, and my uncle, my great-uncle, who had Down syndrome, he would play Sorry with me at the kitchen table. It was a lot of fun. I'm not very good at rewatching movies. It's, like, a thing of mine where it's, like, if I see it once, then I'm good, but Encanto's pretty good. I've been able to watch that one several times, and, yeah, go with Encanto. Bagpipes. I've always wanted to play bagpipes. There was a guy that played bagpipes that lived like a block from us when I was younger. He'd go out in the morning and play them. And I think it'd be cool to play bagpipes. Knowing that things aren't always this, like, things always change. That and taking care of people, like, has motivated me to make a lot of choices and different things. So I'd say that. I don't know, that might be a strange answer, but that. If I won the lottery, I would, if it was a lot of money, I'd, like, pay all my stuff off and fix this house up and then maybe get a different house somewhere else in a different state that I could go to, and probably just mostly invest the money so I wouldn't have to worry about making money. Probably take some trips to some different countries. Nothing too crazy. I wouldn't buy like a mansion or anything. Here's the thing about me, I don't read many books, but I think one of the few books I read in school that we were supposed to read, because I usually just managed to write papers and get good grades even though I didn't read that book. I enjoyed reading The Giver. That was a good one. Also read the Divergent series. But yeah, I'd say that. The Giver probably. It's a book I actually enjoyed reading. Cinnamon rolls. I cannot stand cinnamon rolls. I hate cinnamon rolls. They look good, the idea is good, but no thank you. I'll watch about anything, but I enjoy, like, documentaries. What is my favorite documentary? It doesn't matter. It's just whatever's on that I can find that's interesting. You learn something new. Yeah. Either hang out in a pool, preferably not a public pool, or stay inside where it's nice and freezing cold in the air conditioning. Sometime in the 90s. Just don't ask me why. Interesting things happened in the 90s. Life was easier, I guess. I'm really not that interested in going back to the past, to be honest. I'm gonna give up on this wood burner. I'm gonna switch to Sharpies. I'll show you guys what this looks like at the moment. It did work as far as, like, making an indentation, but it didn't really give the wood burner effect. So let me go ahead and unplug this. And this is where it's at right now. Now I'm gonna see if I can fill in the little indentation with some Sharpie. Right now I'd say, like, my phone, because, like, you can talk to people, you can do all kinds of things with your phone. That might be kind of a cheap answer. I don't know. I'd have to say probably my phone. Now, like, actually, like, come down to it, I had to get rid of my phone, I would still survive, but I'd say my phone. Favorite holiday? I enjoy Christmas. I would say Christmas, just because it's like, I don't know, get together with like family usually, and like, I don't know, there's lights, and yeah. I'm not really big on any holiday, to be honest, but I'd say probably Christmas or Festivus. Festivus is a good one too, which is around the same time. Don't really eat much meat anymore. I'd say it used to be like pepperoni or something, but since I don't really eat meat, either like an all veggie or just plain cheese. Not to sound like a flight attendant, but the best advice I think is you can't help anybody else unless you're okay. So like, you can't help somebody else until you help yourself. Because if you're not good, you're not good for anybody else. I think we're done. The wood burners just didn't work out. I don't know if it's the wood burners and the fact that they're probably older than I am, or if it's the type of wood, or they're just messed up. But I accomplished getting it to like etch into the wood. It did not give the wood burner effect that I was expecting. And I went in with a Sharpie. That might have been a mistake. But either way, we've got a cat, kind of. Thought I'd give it a shot. It was things that were here, so why not test them out? Now I know that they don't really work. So they might be able to now give them to somebody that either knows what they're doing or get rid of them, I don't know. So anyways, there we have it. I found some wood burners and I was curious, and we found out drawing's not my thing and wood burners are not my thing. So if you watched the video, thank you very much. If you have any other ideas of things I could try or do or whatever, leave them in the comments or hit me up at slinkwantstoknow@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!